Hello everybody and welcome to another Any% Speedrunning tutorial. My name is DarkRain0 and today we're going to learn all the beneficial reset points in Resident Evil 8. These reset points will work in both the console and PC versions. You'll know when to do them when you see the save icon in the top left-hand corner. That is when it is okay to go ahead and pause and restart. If you restart before this, then you'll lose a lot of progress, so don't do that. The first one, you'll come up to this path. There's going to be some trees and a bush that you'll notice when I stop to reset. That's about the time that the reset point hits, and that's when you do your thing. This reset point saves roughly 6 seconds. It's probably the largest one in the game, but they're all pretty beneficial in some way or another. We're going to show you a side-by-side or picture-in-picture of how these work and how much time they save. The picture-in-picture will be in the bottom right-hand corner, and it will pause at the same time we would pause to do the reset, and then it'll stay paused until the reset is done. We do this because the IGT and the LRT, depending on what you're running, whether it's console or PC, will pause and stay paused during the reset. If it didn't, then these wouldn't be worth it. But since it does stay paused, we pause the scene that doesn't use the reset to show you how much time it actually saves. Next, we have the first one in the castle. This one happens right after the daughters capture you, and you have to pull your hands off the hook. This one happens just right outside of the cutscene, so you have to be prepared. This one saves approximately 2 seconds, give or take. This one just puts you a little bit ahead, and you'll want to hold straight and a little left out of the cutscene, and it should put you at a decent angle. This one obviously isn't a decent angle, but once you get a little practice, then you'll save even more time than what this shows. Here it is again with the side-by-side. The movies look like they're going to be out of sync, but they will be timed at the reset point. Like so. And again, it is paused because all time pauses when you're in the pause menu. Up next, we have the second one in the castle. Reset point is right a little bit before you touch the ground, so you'll want to pause buffer a little bit. This one saves quite a bit of time as it pushes you quite a ways ahead, and you don't have to worry about lining up with the door. You just hit forward.
Slice your jugular and just watch. Say alive, dead, which would you prefer?
Up next, we have the prison one, which is right after the reset point we just did. This one, I, for the longest time, didn't think it actually saved much time, but it actually saves maybe a second. And you do the reset right after the torch lights on the right side, or left side, depending on how you shoot it. Again, here's the side-by-side. Up next, we have the Distillery one. This one does not save much time at all, but it is still worth it. It helps you recover from getting up. It saves maybe half a second. Again, here's the side-by-side.
What the hell?
Up next, we have the door before you get your hand chopped off. This one saves quite a bit of time as it skips the door opening. Again, here's the side-by-side.
You will learn what it means.
Up next, we have the House Beneviento one. This is after you have the breaker box key. And this will push you forward a little bit, saving probably half a second to a second. So nothing too big to write home about, but an easy one to remember and do nonetheless. And here it is again, side by side. Up next, we have the Moreau ones. This one's right after the cutscene with Chris. This one doesn't save a whole lot of time, probably another half second to a second or so. But again, all of these are really easy time saves to just learn now.
What am I supposed to do?
Up next, we have the one before the bridge section in Moreau.
Stinks.
This one saves time because you don't have to wait on the elevator to rise. If you reset here, elevator's already up and it saves you quite a bit of time.
Stinks.
And again, here it is, side by side. Up next, we have another one that's right after the bridge section. It'll be the first checkpoint you see. This one helps with the Moreau spawn at the end of the bridge and helps make it considerably faster. And here it is, side by side. This is where you'll really see the difference with the Moreau spawn. Up next, we have probably the best one in the Moreau section. This is after the last crank when you activate the windmill to activate your power. You'll want to pause buffer out of this cutscene here. And this one puts you quite a ways ahead.
Okay.
And again, side by side.
Okay.
Up next is the cutscene out of the boss fight. This one doesn't save you a lot of time, and this is one that's debatable on whether or not you want to use. But it is an option, and it's not like super difficult to do either. Unfortunately, this reset point skips one of the most iconic dialogue points in the game, where Ethan says, "In life as he was in death, the exit's up ahead." Right after you kill the boss, you want to mash to pick up the crystal, and then immediately restart.
The exit's up ahead.
Up next, we have the first one in the factory, right as you come into the workshop. This one you'll want to slightly hold right out of the cutscene, but not for too long. Otherwise, you will turn a complete opposite direction that you don't want.
Miranda. Oh, come on in.
And up next is a purely tactical reset point. This one does not put you forward or backwards in any particular meaningful manner. However, it does reset enemy position, as you will see here in a second. So we have a better time moving in and out of this area. And as you'll see here, the enemies are by the door and we can squeeze right past them. This one is going to be for the Heisenberg fight, and it requires a missile to shoot down the door, so you won't be able to use your missile right away. However, if you come out a little ways and reset, you'll be able to shoot Heisenberg with the missile right away afterwards. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and if I missed any reset points, please leave those in the comments below, and I will take a look at them, maybe get them tested, maybe get a video up. So until next time, we'll see you around, and remember, may all your splits be golden and your RNG be perfect.